Hi, in the last 2 years, I read 368 books. And 98.5% were in self-improvement category. Some were full-size books and some were 15-20 minute summaries, you know, all the wisdom without fluff, I recommend. So from these books, I learned so much. I learned how to be more efficient, more creative, more focused, but the most importantly, I learned how to be happier and not complain. Just in case you don't believe me when I tell you that I don't really complain much, I decided to ask my children. And if you know anything about 4, 5, and 6-year-olds, you know they will tell you the truth. Who complains and whines in our house? How about mom and dad? Do they whine and complain?
No, not usually. Not usually.
Okay, I hope that not usually is good enough for you to keep watching. So today I'm going to take you through a little exercise that I use with my coaching clients, and maybe we can figure out if there is a way for you to stop complaining. People who complain a lot are draining. There is one exception that I know of, that complaining is very helpful. So if you've been through negative experiences, through a big trauma in your life, talking about your experiences, or even better, writing them down on a piece of paper can be very therapeutic. Otherwise, if you're just plain whiner and complainer, listen to this video and maybe that will change. So in general, we complain because we have some kind of issue, some kind of problem. The most important thing to know is if you have control over your issue, instead of wasting energy on complaining, we will direct our energy into solving it and taking small action. If there is an issue that you cannot control, we do not want to waste our energy on complaining about it. What we want to do is redirect our energy into accepting this situation and adapting to it. Let's start with the weather. I live in the East Coast and everyone in the winter complains that it's too cold. Can I control the weather? I cannot. No. So if I can't control it, what can I do? I can accept and adapt the situation to the situation instead of complaining about it, right? How do I adapt to the situation better? Number one, I can wear warm clothing. I can wear hats and scarves and big jackets. I have jackets that look like sleeping bags and people make fun of me, but I really don't care because I'm actually warm and I'm not the one who's complaining that the weather is too cold. I can play with my kids outside for hours if I'm dressed pretty well. So here we would write dress warmly or take advantage of winter sports like skiing or ice skating to make this season a lot more pleasurable, or just simply use your warm blankets and tea and watch TV in the evenings and just enjoy the fact that it is winter and we don't really do that stuff in the summer. So let's talk about a different issue. This is my very personal issue, but I'll sort of show you how I am dealing with it. So you may or may not know that I was born and raised in Poland, so I raised my children bilingual. In fact, my very first YouTube video on a different channel with my children speaking 2 languages actually got over 1 million views. So other people think that's cute too when kids speak 2 languages. Anyway, this is like super important to me. So lately I realized that my little one started responding to me in English more than in Polish, and I decided that I need to do something about it. Here's the issue. My kid's Polish worsening. Can I control it? Yes, I think I can. So in order to control it, I need to take small action to change. How I did it? I found someone who actually loves my kids to talk to them for 45 minutes, 3 times a week through a video call. And we even figured out a way to read them books this way. They put a phone on a glass table and a person on the other side of the world basically is reading a book to them. And even after 1 week, I've noticed a big improvement. The other small action steps that I am planning to take are going to Poland every single summer for at least 3-4 weeks, and also making sure that if I have another au pair that lives with us, that she will be speaking Polish to them. So I hope you start seeing trend. Let me do one more issue. For example, me not being able to focus on recording videos when I'm supposed to. Can I control it? Oh yeah, who else can control it if not me? So what do I need to do? Take small steps to change it. Well, for example, disabling my Facebook for a few hours. Okay, let's do one more. One more for you. I hear people saying, well, I just don't have money to travel. Traveling is so expensive. Like, you want to see a foreign country, but you can't go. So no money to travel. Is this something you can control? You bet you can. So what are the small steps that you can take? For example, you can set up an automatic deposit from your checking account to your saving account. Make it a small amount of money, but every week. So you won't even really notice when it disappears, but trust me, after 6 months or a year, you will have a nice hefty sum there and you can go and eat your baguettes in Paris. Or the other step, obviously, you can take is, you know, decrease your expenses and cut down on lattes, and every time you don't go out, put $50 in your savings. Or you could also pick up 1 or 2 more shifts a week if that's the kind of job you do, and just dedicate this money that you make to a travel fund. So everything is fixable. Everything is fixable and there's no reason to complain. If you watch this video, I am hoping that you will become a non-complainer. But if that happens, you must know there are 2 terrible side effects of not complaining. Number 1 is that if people that you surround yourself with are complainers, they will become a lot more annoying to your new non-complaining self. And you may need to cut some negative, draining friends from your life. And then a side effect number 2 of not complaining is that sometimes you will be hanging out with your friends and they will be complaining about something, and you will feel like you need to come up with a fake reason to complain just to fit in. And that's kind of like a funny situation to find yourself in, right? So anyway, guys, if you like this video, if you think it's enough to subscribe and like it, that's not enough. I want you to let me know how this worked for you and what changed for you. Thanks, bye.